Don't mind me, folks. We're just doing a little bit of a sound check, making sure that we're good, making sure that my audio is fine. Making sure that my audio comes in clear in my headphones. We got roughly about six, maybe about to be 5 minutes before Rocksteady drops some new stuff for SS today. And I got the window up a little bit. Maybe I should have had like a Suicide Squad logo just sitting up here, but I figured I'd just leave it empty for just right now. Um, Let me know if I'm coming in clear. I'm not going to turn the desktop audio on until we start the video, because I don't think it's going to be a live stream. I think it's just going to be a video that they upload, because they said it was going to be part of a series. So most likely it's going to be like a video that they upload for this whole Suicide Squad Insider series. Now, I'm really looking forward to what they're going to be showing us, simply because a lot of us have been waiting months. It's been... Sound like I just woke up? Oh no, I've been up. I just got out of a shower though, so I'm just like, it just feels nice. It just feels nice. You know, for a brother, you got to be clean. I'm just saying. But I just feel nice. I just feel all nice and clean. Old Spice done got me smelling all good. But, oh no, don't worry. I'm up. I'm definitely up. Trust me. For this, definitely up. Let's just wind the clocks back a little bit. So ever since the game was delayed from May of this year into February of next year, a lot of us have been waiting for any sort of news for this game. And it's been roughly 8 months since the last thing that we got for this game was their state of play gameplay and their behind the scenes video that they did. Now, we all know about the discourse towards Suicide Squad, because you have your group of people who don't like it simply because it's not another Batman game. And when I say not another Batman game, I mean not taking what they did in the Batman Arkham series and then just making another game just like that again. Another thing that's got people kind of up in arms about it, and people still like to bring it up as a talking point, not bringing anything new to the conversation, just bringing up the things that they've disliked 8 months ago, and I've been holding on to that. Like, there's been people who wake up with fresh hatred, like they literally taken a page out of Kagurabachi, and they've just been sticking to the game looks like Fortnite or whatever, which it doesn't, because Fortnite doesn't do half the stuff that Suicide Squad does. You're shooting at purple weak points, which I still don't understand the big discourse towards that. And it's not everyone who thinks this way. It's just like the most vocal people tend to bring that up as a talking point and not think it's gotten old over the past 8 months. People don't like the always online thing. I'm with them on that. I'm with you on that of it always having to be online, because if they were to ever stop supporting Suicide Squad later on in years, then what would that mean for all the content that they have on the game? Is it just going to be available? So that is a reasonable concern. But the complaints about every other little thing about, like, why didn't Rocksteady just make another Batman game? Or why didn't they just do this? Why isn't the combat like, why are we using guns? Why are we not fighting this? Or why are we not fighting that? A whole bunch of whining, a whole bunch of complaining, and ain't a single person who's doing all this whining and complaining touched the game. I'm of the mindset of, let's see what they do. I've already seen things in this game that appeal to me. It's not going to appeal to everyone, because the things I look for in video games is story, gameplay, and performance. And not everyone is going to see what I see. I see potential. I see fun, even more so than when I was playing Marvel's Avengers or Gotham Knights. And I wanted there to be so much. But when I played the beta for Marvel's Avengers, it was like, oh, is this it? Is this going to be in the full game? This is not good. And they didn't take any feedback from the people who took part in the beta. So it was like, what was the point of the beta if you weren't going to change anything? Things changed 3 years later, and that's a bit of an issue. So today, we are going to see gameplay, story and gameplay. So hopefully, it's about to be 1 o'clock. Ah, look at that. Who's live streaming this? Who's live streaming about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League Insider Episode 1? Huh. I wonder who that is. Huh. But seriously, though, let's find where this video is, because, I mean, ooh, we waiting on it. So maybe they updated the Warner Bros. Site, because they don't have it set as like a premiere. Hold on, let me get y'all in. Wow. Hold on, let me get y'all in. Let me just get y'all chat up so that I can find where this video is. There we go. All right, so I can have chat up off to the side. And I'm going to refresh the page. I'm going to recheck and see if they got anything new. Because I'm double checking. 7-Eleven boy here. Nice. Ah, yo, 19 minutes. Hold up. 19 minutes? 19 minutes. I was expecting 15. How am I not okay. Okay, subscribed. Okay. What do you mean 19 minutes? Sorry. I forgot to turn the audio on. Okay, here we go. Splinter. Okay, all right. Let me do this over. 19 minutes. We are definitely going to analyze this. We're going to talk about the game as a whole, and we're definitely going to analyze this. Almost 20 minutes. This is more than I could have hoped for. But let's check it out.
Where are we going? And who are we killing?
Yes! Gameplay! Thank God!
I'm Darius Sadigian, studio director at Rocksteady Studios.
Preach, please.
My name is Axel Ruby, and I'm the game director here.
Eyes up, people. Let's go.
At Rocksteady, storytelling and character depth are the core DNA of our games. These are not features, but Rocksteady fundamentals. With Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, we wanted to tell a new story. We wanted to expand the Arkhamverse. Coming from Batman, where it was just from his perspective, just from his lens. Now getting to see the world through the villain's eyes was really the hook for us.
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is a third-person action shooter that can be played solo or with your friends.
Okay, Deadshot.
It's a story-driven game that highlights Rocksteady's experience in bringing characters to life. As a Suicide Squad, you'll be forced to take on an absolute impossible mission. You must kill the Justice League.
Okay, that expression from Harley, that's going to become a new gift that I make.
We want the mechanics of the game to really reflect the personalities of the squad.
I'm always first on the trigger.
We want their moves to be flamboyant, exaggerated, chaotic.
Let's make like cheap chewing gum and not stick around.
Whoa!
Now, our 4 members of Task Force X find themselves inside
that's how
Metropolis.
Quinn runs up buildings?
At twice the size of Gotham City in Arkham Knight. It's big, it's loud, it's a battlefield. It's a place built for verticality.
Wait, I just realized something. Hold on. I knew it! My audio was off. I knew my audio was off. Because I forgot to reset it when I was playing Arkham Knight yesterday. My apologies. But let me go back.
Inside Metropolis.
Exaggerated. The squad.
I'm always first on the trigger.
We want their moves to be flamboyant, exaggerated, chaotic.
Maximum boomerang.
Let's make like cheap chewing gum and not stick around.
The wall
Now,
running
our
animation
four
for
members of
Quinn.
Task Force X
I like
find themselves
it.
inside
I like it.
Metropolis. At twice the size of Gotham City in Arkham Knight,
Twice the
big,
size.
it's loud, it's a battlefield. It's a place built for verticality, mobility, the unique
Yes!
fusion of enhanced traversal, gunplay, and melee weapons, creating a supervillain empowerment that we think
Yes!
is a totally original gameplay experience.
Yes, I like the mix. I like the
There
mix
was
of
just an
traversal
opportunity
and
there
gunplay
to
and
expand
combat.
into
I
co-op
love
and
it.
have this dynamic world where friends can come together to share an experience, or players can go solo, switching character members between missions while savoring each and every story twist.
Do you feel it? The swell of pride for what we have accomplished together.
We want to welcome you all to the first episode of our new series, Suicide Squad Insider, where we will provide a deeper look into Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Apologies,
Over the next few
everyone.
months, we'll be unpacking the game, answering your questions, and sharing a few surprises as we move closer to our launch on February 2nd. We'll also cover how Rocksteady will continue to support the game and its players
still on
post-launch with a
February
huge
2nd.
amount of free content.
On this episode, you're going to hear from different members of the Rocksteady team as we explore more of the game's story, the world of Metropolis, and the core gameplay experience.
The Suicide
Yes.
Squad. A fitting moniker.
Let's jump into it.
Was that Brainiac? Who's voicing Brainiac? Who's voicing Brainiac? That was Brainiac. That had to be.
Normally, when you make a game in a superhero universe, the protagonist is the best person for the job. The squad are definitely not the best people for this job. They're the only people available.
Hey, Suicide Squad! Fuck you!
So it gives the narrative and the gameplay
I
a
love
kind of
that it's rated
frantic,
M.
slightly panicked feeling where they are trying to figure this out as they go. The Arkham games weren't gritty because Rocksteady makes gritty, dark games. They were that way because that's what suits a Batman story.
Yep. Yep,
Every
see,
game
this is
we
what I've
approach,
been
we
telling
approach that
people.
with a similar mindset of just like, how do we enhance that experience? How do we excite players in new ways?
Yeah, new criminal record!
For the studio to try something new and stretch our legs at a shooter first with the high, powerful traversal elements was coming out of our comfort zone somewhat. But we
This
wanted
is
to see
what
we
the
could do
Hulk
to put
should have
an
been
Arkham spin
like
on the
in
action
Marvel's
shooter space.
Avengers.
Get your damn
You see this
gun out.
In
movement?
true Rocksteady style, the cinematics are kind of the heart of our story. It's the most cinematics that we've ever done.
Kitty,
and
good to
every
see
one
you.
of them is crafted to perfection.
We will talk.
We're not
yeah,
just trying
yeah,
to do
yeah,
what we
got
did
you. We
before.
gonna talk
We're
because we
making
gonna
something
watch
which
this again.
fits
You and
the
me,
source
we gonna
material
look
that
at
we
it.
think will make for an interesting story, but will feel different.
Oh yes, I'm going to be
introduce you to
diving
our
off of
story,
buildings just
let's
because.
jump into an early part of the game. Amanda Waller, the director of the government agency Argus, sends the team behind enemy lines into Metropolis.
Harley Quinn, should you not be more cautious?
She ain't wired that way.
Oh, Deadshot.
Hidden in an underground train station, the team finds a secret elevator.
Until we figure out where the hell we are, let's play along with Waller.
Oh, is this a superhero museum? Hate superheroes. And museums.
I've seen it on TV. It's the Hall of Justice.
So let's rob the place.
Idiot.
You had one job, Boomer.
Through these doors lies the inner sanctum of the Justice League. Sounds very grand, doesn't it? And it is.
That is.
She is a dame who can almost make me listen to a boring PSA.
Don't touch anything that's gonna set off an alarm. I ain't fighting any supers for you.
I have read much about the Justice League, and still, they are larger than I expected.
Those holograms aren't actual size, Sharkman.
It's so true to the characters that they're in Hall of Justice and the first thing they think is, what can we steal?
Immediately just open fires. We get to see how they
Hey,
get their
man,
stuff.
watch
Ah, shit!
Glass.
I'm okay.
What the hell you got there?
Thought this baby was a myth. Speed Force Gauntlet. Back when Doc Savannah tried to lift Flash's gimmick.
Oh yeah, Boomer's having fun in the background.
Miss you, Red.
Yo! Okay, referencing Ivy's sacrifice from Arkham Knight.
Ah, shit! I'm still okay.
What does King Shark get? The hat of the Riddler? That's the Riddler's hat.
I found the Riddler's hat of invisibility.
Where'd the shark go?
Children.
Ooh, nothing says international assassin like a frickin' jetpack.
So that's how he got the
I'd break my
jetpack.
damn neck.
You're probably right. Jetpack.
That's
more
how he
like
got
a
it.
Deathstroke thing anyway.
Wait. Who's Jet? That's Gizmo's jetpack. So he's using Gizmo's jetpack?
Mine.
This is awkward for all of them. They don't know how to behave around each other. Yo, CDs, thank you for becoming a member.
That, hat's not gonna get you vertical, Shark.
I can make my own way up.
Yo, glowing tattoos. That's a nice little mechanic. I like that detail.
Stupid sharks can fly.
All right. New toys, loaded guns. Let's get up on that roof.
He's keeping the hat. Why is he keeping the hat? Why is he keeping the hat? All right, so now we know what they all got.
So here we're
King
taking
Shark
these
is the only one
who don't typically traverse the way they do in our
It
game.
upsets me.
But that's
It
the beauty of our
upsets me.
storytelling.
How
We've
is
managed
King
to take
Shark
these
a better
unique
Hulk
abilities
than
and make them
Hulk?
an extension of their personalities.
Our power is undeniable.
We loved working with Gotham and making that a world for players to experience, and we wanted to do that with a new location.
Good to get out of that place.
I'm gonna be going over this video so many times. And something must be going on with my headphones because the audio sounds different. I know it sounds good for y'all, but it sounds different to me.
And what better way to introduce it than through an invasion from Brainiac with no Justice League to save them?
Just checking. We're all seeing that thing, right?
The entire game is about fighting behind enemy lines.
Oi, Wallop! What the hell have you sent us into? It's a bloody war zone out here. There's a giant skull in the sky.
Congratulations, Task Force X. You're the first assets to make it into Metropolis alive. We're sending a signal transponder to your location.
So you're essentially in Brainiac's backyard.
Your orders are to activate that transponder.
I like how smooth the traversal is.
What the hell are those things?
And there's no civilians left. Brainiac's killed them or made them into soldiers to do his bidding. And
Wow.
through this corruption, the people of Metropolis have become extensions of Brainiac.
So, we're killing civilians in this game because they've been turned into Brainiac's troops. Oh, that's not good.
What the
That
player knows
is
from the
Green
title and what the
Lantern.
Suicide Squad is about to find out is that here, the Justice League are the bad guys. They've been corrupted by Brainiac, and over the course of the game, your mission will be to kill them.
Ugh, Green Lantern. Nice. Hey, your face always looks so... What?
Harley doesn't have any innate superpowers, so to go up against these beings that have incredible strength, it's a challenge.
I'm in the middle of a recon for Brainiac. Let's walk and talk.
Oh, this is not good.
The all-star team of superheroes here.
Samoa Joe!
See this. Pay attention, Floyd.
Wait.
Let me go! Please! Get it off! Get it off!
Looks bad, feels worse. But once you've been enhanced, there's no going back.
Dude.
When you face off against the most iconic characters in all of superherodom and the Justice League, it's by many people's definition an impossible task.
Wow.
Searching for stragglers, augmenting,
Brainiac's army.
This is messed up.
The stakes that Rocksteady sets, the challenges they
Scott
keep upon
Porter!
you as a player.
Time to rally up with Brainiac. Ready to make the leap?
You know immediately, like, this is the tallest task I will ever take on in a video game.
Flash! Brainiac wondered how you got off the ship.
Speedster secret. The League doesn't leave anyone behind. Let's make you right, buddy.
You know,
This is Flash before he turns.
Just what I was gonna say.
You're going to be fighting the
This
Justice
is Flash
League.
before he turns.
There's nothing more high stakes than the boss battles we have in this game.
These are gods like Green Lantern, Batman, Superman, The Flash.
What are the boss
So-
fights like?
What's the plan?
At that point, the game really opens up. We start to see players look at their weaponry and really ask the question of, like, how am I going to kill the Justice League?
Yeah, looking forward to killing the Justice League.
Okay, I'm invested.
Well,
I'm massively
you know,
invested.
These guns are a bit shit. No offense.
Then head northwest. That's the last known of a Gotham arms dealer who's dug into Metropolis. Oswald Cobblepot.
Penguin!
You want to last more than 10 seconds against the League? Cobblepot's been running anti-meta weapons for years. I want him recruited and brought back to the Hall of Justice.
Oh, I'm gonna recruit the shit out of him.
Since Batman Arkham Knight, the Penguin is no longer confined to Gotham City. He's made a name for himself in Metropolis as the authority on anti-meta human weapons. Now, Waller wants the squad to recruit him for August.
Look at this! Look at this! Look at the verticality!
You'll need it to stay off the streets. Setting a new recon point. Go.
At the heart of each character's playstyle is their traversal. Traversal gives the player total freedom. Every character has their own way of getting around that determines how the player moves through this world.
Don't like to boast, but how great was I?
That's ridiculous for Boomer. He just
Controlling a
has
superhero
super speed and
character
teleporting.
is fun. It's a power fantasy for all players. We wanted movement through the
King
city
Shark.
to be fun. Just existing.
The dude
and moving
moves like
around
he's
in
from
Metropolis
Ultimate
is
Destruction.
Metropolis is quite a normal city. Well, as normal as a city can be in the DC universe.
We spent a lot of time trying to get that art direction correct, trying to get the feel for it correct. You get to see all the kind of DC lore that builds this space.
Let me do the talking with Penguin, okay?
Not just a building, it's a daily planet. You know, there's a lot we can inject into the city that makes it more than just a city.
I'm just gonna be jumping across the rooftops.
Penguin. Yeah, mate. And I'm not a boomerang.
It is known for its size, its scale. Anything from the DC
This is a
lore,
big
you
city.
Look at Metropolis as the city of tomorrow.
When did Penguin get out anyway?
Out. He was barely in. Money talks, creeps walk, you know?
I hear that.
It's just a great way for players to
Seamless
experience Metropolis
traversal.
in a new way.
It looks like it just flows. And that's a good thing.
G'day, Pengo. Remember me?
No. Ain't this a right rogues gallery? Who's the big bleeder? Think his cousin used to work for me.
Ooh, which one?
Busted him out of a circus. We're getting the hell out of the city before Argus finds us. You in?
But we are working for Argus.
You bloody what?
Real slick, Shark.
Good talk. Nice catching up. Give my regards to the locals.
Traversal is at the very core of our game. You will need to be on the move and master each character's movements if you want to succeed. Harley's grapple is made to let her take advantage of the environment to quickly get out of troublesome situations. Or she can use it to quickly close the distance to introduce
I
them
love
to
how
her
you can
playground.
swing and shoot. This is amazing. Well,
Swinging from the background lets her
I like
circumvent the troopers' shields and flank them. It can also let her catapult herself into the air to shoot the corrupted from above. Now that you've seen some of Harley's combat in this scene, let's explore the rest of the squad's unique playstyles in other encounters.
Thank you. Show
Captain
everybody
Boomerang
else.
uses a mix between sniper rifles, SMGs, and shotguns.
What's cracking?
Each character has an iconic melee attack that can be used to create what we call juggle kills and also break enemies' shields. Juggling an enemy with a melee attack means they take guaranteed critical hits from all guns for a short period after. Shoot enemies
so you're
in their
encouraged
legs, to engage
in melee.
Shield harvesting strike to get some shield back.
You're encouraged to engage in melee because it benefits you and your guns.
King Shark is literally death from above, which he gladly shows with his Atlantean drop attack. He's the character that can take the most punishment. Heavy weapons, assault rifles and shotguns, and his trusted cleavers, sickles, and combat knives for some brawling action. For the bigger enemies, each character gets a super powerful single target attack, the Suicide Strike. This one-shots any enemy hit, but it takes longer to recharge, so it's important to use it tactically. Finally, Deadshot.
Oh, so that's what it is.
You're low caliber, and I'm high caliber.
His traversal is made to let him create his own vantage points. This works great with his weapon loadout of sniper rifles, assault rifles, and pistols. For more up-close action, Deadshot relies on his iconic wrist cannons.
Yeah, that's his melee. I knew it was his melee.
This game was a reimagined version of the Arkham counter system, and mixed that with our traversal and shooter gameplay. Introducing Counter Shot. Each enemy has a different reaction to the counter shot. Some will be stunned, some will take damage, some will be interrupted and then get really annoyed.
In gunplay!
Now let's take a look at Harley absolutely demolish Brainiac's forces with all these tools.
My show's all knock 'em dead material.
Oswald
Okay.
Cobblepot.
Yeah, I'm
My
in.
man.
I'm in.
Do we have a job for you? Tell him, Quinn.
You're making guns for us now, Bird Brain.
Thanks for joining us for episode 1 of Suicide Squad Insider.
What? I'd already started, so I followed through.
In the months leading up to our launch from February 2nd, 2024, we're looking forward to sharing more details and insights about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. In our next episode, we'll be deep diving into more gameplay, combat mechanics, and how to take the fight to the enemy in your own unique style.
I want to show you what happens next. Let's call it a sneak preview.
We really want players to feel like they explored all these characters that we bring to life in this DC universe.
Penguin, Lex Luthor.
You're starting with characters who aren't very powerful, and through the story, you're learning how to use their skills and become powerful.
We really wanted to deep dive into the RPG system.
You have your enhanced traversal, you have gunplay, you have weapons, there are upgrades and unique talents.
Whoa, 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 what was that
and
effect?
all of that stuff fusing together to create this kind of unique experience.
Together, we are unstoppable. Join me.
Are you kidding?
Tombstone.
Pre-orders are ready! And we get the classic outfits. Okay. All right, everybody. All right. I am happy, okay? I'm happy. Let me explain to you why. Because this is the exact type of stuff that we need for people to see that this game is more than just shooting purple weak points. Where's the melee? Is it just shooting guns all the time? And it pretty much just told you, hey, this is what we're doing right now. So when is this coming? Yeah, February. It's coming out in February. Let's go ahead and talk about what we just witnessed. So we got a story. And I already like the feel of the story, because with the Batman Arkham series, we had like it all set up, where it's just from Batman's point of view. Like they explained, it's from Batman's point of view. Wait, was I playing that in 10? I was playing that in 1080 that entire time. I mean, we're going to go through it again just to look at some stuff, but I am pleased with what I saw today, because I'm glad that they put an emphasis on the gameplay. A lot of times you can get a lot of devs who make games and they show you stuff, but it's really just them talking about the same thing over and over again. Well worth the wait? Yes, it was, Ozzy. And the fact that this is just one of more videos to come when they start showing more for the game, this can keep me for a while. Almost 20 minutes of footage? Do you know how long it's going to take me to just make a countless amount of GIFs for the Suicide Squad channel in the Discord? It's going to take me a minute, because there's a lot of things to take note of here. But let's just go through it. Oh, it has gore? Yes, kitty, there is lots of gore. This is a rated M game. There will be blood. There will be mayhem. There will be limbs. Hopefully, yeah, there is gore because in one cutscene from one of the trailers, you see a person's head just straight up blow up. So yeah, that's that scratch for that itch for you. I bet they will surprise you with skill trees. See, CDs, you don't understand how much I need my skill tree fix. You don't understand. I need it, but. Let's just talk about everything that just happened in this. So I'm grateful that they gave us pretty much 20 minutes of information. 20 minutes of necessary information. Mind you, we just got the story and gameplay. Some of it I was kind of talking over just a little bit because I was just making note of what was happening. But this was needed. This was necessary. And now that people are looking at the gameplay, they can't say like, "Oh, the jumps are too floaty," or "It doesn't look natural." They just said that they are taking the concepts of combat from the Batman games and incorporating it into gunplay. I'm sorry, gun counters. When have we ever had a game that had that as a mechanic? Gun counters, not like, oh, you're dodging out of the way and then you're shooting again. Like, I immediately think of Red Hood when he was dodging gunfire from Black Mask, because I just went through the Batman Arkham episodes yesterday. We're going to go through the season of Infamy tomorrow. But I'm thinking about when Red Hood was dodging fire and then fired back at Black Mask in order to keep him from shooting him during his little episode. But how many games do you know have a mechanic that is specifically dedicated to countering enemies with your gun? Like, counter bullets? We're about to see Q glitch again. Look, kitty. I like what I like. And this has just enhanced what I like. I was already on board with this game because I saw the fun, which is what I look for. One of the things I look for in games. On top of gameplay, story, and performance, I look for the fun in it. And there is fun in this to be had. When you give me like a big wide open city and an entire army to fight, which we find, like, first of all, can we just talk about the story? All the civilians inside of Metropolis are either dead or turned into the troops of Brainiac. There's no one left. And we saw people being turned into Brainiac's troops. Metropolis is a dead zone. There's no one left alive, civilian-wise. But we need to go through this again. Let's see. Sucker for gore games. Oh, I understand you completely. Addicted to skill trees. Yeah, we need to call the AAA. Look. I can quit anytime I want to, but they give me ideas. Well, I'm so big on skill trees because they give me ideas. I love theory crafting. I love build planning. I love that. You give me a set of skills, and I'll tell you how I can take those set of skills and make a specific configuration overpowered, because it's what I do. So I can't wait for them to show the talents tab. I can't wait. But we got to go through this again because... well, I bumped it down to 720, so it should be a lot smoother.
My name is Axel Rydby, and I'm the game director here.
Eyes up, people. Let's go.
At Rocksteady, storytelling and character depth are the core DNA of our game. These are not features, but Rocksteady fundamentals. With Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, we wanted to tell a new story. We wanted to expand the Arkhamverse. Coming from Batman, where it was just from his perspective, just from his lens. Now getting to see the world through the villain's eyes was really the hook for us.
Suicide Squad.
You're playing with everyone, but you mostly be playing as Quinn, and fun to watch you play the games. The more into it you are, the more fun the streams are. Look, see, this is the reason why I only play games that appeal to me, and I know I'm going to have fun with. That's the reason why. I used to just, like, get every big game that was coming out because, you know, it helped with the YouTube algorithm and whatnot. But I'm at a point right now that even though this is what I do for a living, I rather play games I know I'm going to spend a lot of time on and enjoy and have fun making videos or streams on. I rather play those games and just play every single game just because it can get in views, but I'm not enjoying myself. This is going to be one of those games where I'm going to be spending a lot of time with it. That and Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, which comes out a day before. What I also like about this video is that it's the first video we got in 8 months, and they are still slated for February 2nd. And since pre-orders are getting ready to go live, I can go out and secure my copy. I am. And I'm getting it physical because I like to have physical pieces of games. Physical games on my bookshelf. I'm of the physical family, so I like having physical stuff because with digital, it's nice. It's nice to have. You never have to worry about a disc breaking, but there's just something about running your fingers across a bookshelf, thinking like, what game should I play today? But that's just me. So as soon as I'm able, I'm going out and seeing if I can go ahead and pre-order my get my copy secured because. Where is it? Hold on, I want to find it.
To create this kind of unique experience.
Together, we are unstoppable.
Wait for it. We're gonna go back through the gameplay again, though.
Are you kidding?
Tombstone.
All right, right here. So, pre-order and get the classic suits. So, classic Deadshot, classic Boomerang, classic Harley, and classic King Shark from like way back in the day. Nice. Nice. Now, the only difference between this outfit that Harley has on and the one from Arkham Knight is that Harley's outfit pretty much looked the same, except her shoes were kind of like heels a little bit, like small heels, but here it's just like classic shoes. More akin to how her shoes were from the animated series, like the original Batman animated series. So that's something. But we need to go back through this gameplay because, and for me personally, I love it when devs show how much they enjoy making what they're making. I love devs who enjoy making stuff and they're not afraid to show people that they love making stuff, because you can tell just from how excited they sound and explaining stuff. And I know this is just only one insider. I don't know when we're gonna get the next one, but over the next couple of months we're gonna be getting stuff. So I don't know if we're gonna be getting like one video per month or maybe like 2 or so per month or whatever. Doesn't matter. We can feed off of this video. We've been feeding off the last videos for 8 months straight, wondering if we'll get anything new. Now that we got something new, we got 19 minutes that we can just go over, which we're about to do. So we need to go back through this. Because
it's a story-driven game that highlights Rocksteady's experience in bringing characters to life.
I will be taking pictures.
As a Suicide Squad, you'll be forced to take on an absolute impossible mission. You must kill the Justice League.
We want the mechanics of the game to really reflect the personalities of the squad.
I'm always first on the trigger.
We want their moves to be flamboyant, exaggerated, chaotic.
Don't let us do that.
Our 4 members
You can blame Gaggio for that. He got me started on saying all the time because he does it all the time.
Twice the size of Gotham City in Arkham Knight.
Okay, so let's go back through that again. Twice the size as Gotham in Arkham Knight. So Gotham was already pretty big. It was already pretty big. Took some time to travel across when you were using the Batmobile. It still took some time to travel across when you were using the Batmobile to launch yourself into the air. Metropolis is twice that size. Twice that size. What's going on here? And when he did that, when you do that, you want to put a laugh. Oh no, I don't get upset. If people be making fun of me because I'm failing and stuff, it just encourages me to, because I'm failing in video games and stuff, it just encourages me to do better. But yeah, it does take a lot to get me incredibly mad and upset. The only thing that recently got me kind of mad and upset was that one person in the Discord saying like they should use Kevin Conroy's voice and as a AI generated voice and repurpose his voice so they can keep making Batman games. That made me upset because it not only disrespected Kevin Conroy as an individual, but also his performance as the Batman. And it just reinforced the idea that AI shouldn't be anywhere near movies or anything when it comes to generating content because it lacks the soul. That made me upset because it was insulting the art. It was insulting the art. But other than that, it takes a whole lot to get me genuinely upset. You can ask my family. They'll tell you the same. They never see me mad, ever. So it takes a lot. So you guys, if y'all clowning me in chat when it comes to me failing at video games, I'll take it in stride because I'll probably laugh at it later.
Metropolis. At twice the size of Gotham City in Arkham Knight.
Twice the size.
It's big, it's loud, it's a battlefield. It's a place built for verticality, mobility, the unique fusion of enhanced traversal, gunplay, and melee weapons, creating a supervillain empowerment that we think is a totally original gameplay experience.
So right there, an entire city built to mesh with the combat, the gunplay, and the traversal. And not just that, he was very specific when he said gunplay, traversal, melee weapons. So it's not like melee is secondary.
There was just an opportunity there to expand into co-op and have this dynamic world where friends can come together to share an experience. Or players can go solo, switching character members between missions while savoring each and every story twist.
Do you feel it? The swell of pride for what we have accomplished together.
We want to welcome you all to the first episode of our new series, Suicide Squad Insider, where we will provide a deeper look into Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Over the next few months, we'll be unpacking the game, answering your questions and sharing a few surprises as we move closer to our launch on February 2nd. We'll also cover how Rocksteady will continue to support the game and its players post-launch with a huge amount of free content.
On this episode, you're going to hear from different members of the Rocksteady team as we series Suicide Squad Insider, where we will provide a deeper look into Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
Over the next few months, we'll be unpacking the game, answering your questions and sharing a few surprises as we move closer to our launch on February 2nd. We'll also cover how Rocksteady will continue to support the game and its players post-launch with a huge amount of free content.
I kind of like that.
On this episode,
I don't know if that's like a special
different
move.
Members of the Rocksteady team as we explore more of the game's story, the world of Metropolis, and the core gameplay experience.
The Suicide
With him like
Squad. A fitting moniker.
Let's jump into it.
So that.
Normally, when you make a game in a superhero universe, the protagonist is the best person for the job. The squad are definitely not the best people for this job. They're the only people available.
Hey!
Okay, I'm going to say this right now. Luminosity? Stop. No one cares what you did in the bathroom. If you do not stop, I will remove you. We're trying to enjoy this video here. No one cares what you did in the bathroom. No one cares. It's nice to have you here, but no one wants to hear that. I don't. Neither does anyone else. Back to the video.
Suicide Squad! Fuck you!
So it gives the
I wonder
narrative
who was the one who threw that can
and
at
the
King Shark.
gameplay a kind of frantic, slightly panicked feeling where they are trying to figure this out as they go. The Arkham games weren't gritty because Rocksteady makes gritty, dark games. They were that way because that's what suits a Batman story.
See, right here, this is what I've been trying to tell people all along. That they don't, for those that don't understand why we're not getting just another Batman game. And he literally just said it. The reason why we're going different from what we had for the Yo, Ricketts, it's good to see you. We've already reacted to this whole brand new video. Now we're just going over it. But I've been telling people this for a while now. The reason why Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League feels different and looks different and plays different from Batman is because what they wanted to do was specifically for Batman. You could try and replicate what the Batman games did, but it probably won't mesh well if you do it with a character that isn't Batman. The setting, the gameplay, everything about Batman suits the Batman games. Now, we now have an expanded universe, but that doesn't mean you need to stick. Pre-orders are live. There's a deluxe edition. I will look into it. I'm going to go out and get the physical one, though. Like, drop a pre-order on that one, on a physical one. But I'm going to check it out a little bit later. But I've been saying this for a while. Everything that was here with Batman and what worked in the Batman game works because it was centered around Batman. You can make it work with a gritty, dark style because that fits Batman's character, since he is the main character. But when you're switching over to the villains, you can't just use the same old setting and think it's just going to work. Because then you just become a one-trick pony. Because imagine, if we went from Batman, and then we centered on Robin, or we centered on Nightwing, it would still have the feel of Batman because they're an extension of him. But if you center in on villains who are like maybe an assortment of villains around, like King Shark or Deadshot or Quinn or Captain Boomerang, you can kind of fiddle with the theme, fiddle with the settings a little bit. Make it a little bit more varied than the just dark, gritty, murderous undertones that Batman is known for. Which is why I applaud them for changing. I know a lot of people want pre-order suits have a trailer. Wait, aside from this one? Hold on, since this is a whole... What you mean? What you mean you gonna have like a whole trailer for the classic suits? Hold on!
Task Force X. Your mission is to kill.
Whoa. Okay, something's up. Okay, something's going on with my earpieces. Hold on, let me fix this. And unsurprisingly, people are downvoting it because, people who don't like it gotta make sure that they get those dislikes in because they don't have anything better to do. Matter of fact, let me refresh this page. I wonder if the Hate Warriors popped in.
Where are we going? And
yep,
who are we
of course
killing?
they did. Of course they did. Every person who disliked it before had to make sure they disliked it because reasons. I hope they realize that just because they disliked it, this doesn't mean that that Rocksteady is just gonna suddenly change it just because you don't like it. I don't understand. Like, can I just say this? Can I just address, if you're an individual who doesn't like what they're doing for Suicide Squad, you do realize that no matter how many times you downvote a video, that's not going to stop them from releasing it. That's not gonna make them change the gameplay. It's not going to change what you think it's going to change. I wonder. What are they saying? Hey Rocksteady, did the fan base really want a game like this, or did WB want it? Of course they're popping up. We need more combat in this game. That's my only thing. No one is doubting the story being good. That's what Rocksteady does. They do it well. It's the nonsense surrounding the story that we are worried about. I don't know what nonsense they're talking about, though. I don't understand it. What's the nonsense they're talking about? Are they talking about the fact that it's not bad? Because here's the thing. The real problem is people cannot let go that we are not having another Batman game that is exactly what we had before. That's what they're upset about. Because apparently devs can't change what they want to do. They can't do anything different. You either do Batman for 40 years and then you die. Like working at the Krusty Krab. You can't we have a brand new idea. We want to do something new. Now, whether it was WB's idea to push forward with a live service type game or whatever they're doing with Suicide Squad, I don't know. But if you're hating on it just because you don't like one specific thing about it, I don't get it. I don't get it. But my thing is, currently you have 1.5K who dislike this insider in gameplay. Now, at this point, I'd imagine Rocksteady has grown used to people being overly negative, and I'm pretty sure even after this video has dropped, people will be making their videos and about why Suicide Squad still sucks, or this is bad, or this is terrible, or whatever reasons that allows them to be at the top of the search results whenever you put in Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League. But I hope they realize that 1.5 thousand people isn't the whole world. There are billions of people around the world, and there's only 1.5 that currently don't like it. Now, I imagine that people are just going to keep disliking it over and over and over again because they, like I said, they can't find anything better to do. Yep, still rising, but it doesn't change the fact that they're still releasing the game. Now, let me fix my headphones because we gotta get back into this. We gotta get back into this. The old saying goes like this: one monkey doesn't stop no show. Opinions and you know what? People has one. Yeah. How can they have another Batman game where we pretty much face every villain in the Batman universe? Not only that, but Kevin Conroy's gone. Us getting I had to put my headphones back in their case. Us getting another Batman game that was done with the quality that Kevin Conroy brought to the role, we can no longer go back to that because Kevin Conroy is gone. So I don't know what people are expecting. We need another Batman game or whatever, but y'all are just complaining for the sake of complaining. I see tons of things that makes me very hopeful for this game, and I can't wait to mess with it. But we need to check out this trailer. We need to check out this pre-order trailer. I wonder, why are you disliking I bet you anything they're not even watching the video, they're just disliking it because they want to. I'm going to like it so I can add on to the positivity. We do positive here on this channel. I'm sorry, I'm going off because the reason why I haven't made any Suicide Squad videos talking about how much I want to enjoy the game is because I know there's going to be people who pop up that says like, you like this game? You're what's wrong with gaming. Live service games are bad. All of them are bad. It doesn't matter if we had some good ones in the past. The only ones that matter are the bad ones. And if you make a live service game, then that game is going to be bad automatically. Why? Because I had a personal bad experience, and a friend of mine had a personal bad experience with live service games. So therefore, we hate All right, back to it. But that's just a mentality on the internet right now. So here's the thing. I can look at this dislike bar all day, but it doesn't change the fact that I'm going to be playing this game. And I couldn't care less if thousands upon thousands of people hate this game. Some of them hate them because of things that they change, and others are hating it just because they see the dislike bar and they just want to add on to it. Not really thinking further on it, but Okay, we're all resolved. Everything's good. Everything's good now. I could go on and on about the people who dislike everything that the Suicide Squad is going to be releasing. The gameplay, which is fine, which is good, and it looks fun. And even a pre-order trailer talking about if looks can kill. Let's go through it now.
Your mission is to kill.
Okay, headphones are fixed.
God help us.
The facial animations are good.
You all finished with the fashion show?
Yep. Okay. Now we can get back into it. Sorry, there was just like a whole bunch going on. Sorry about that. But going back to the gameplay. I need to fast forward to where it was. There's a lot of things to take note of. Wait, what? Arkham intensive treatment?
Over the next few months, we'll be on...
Oh, that's them designing Batman's suit. And actually, wait a minute. What quality is this on? Is this it's still on 1080? It's not like 4K, but this is actually better quality than we've seen before, because beforehand we saw Batman and he had like this red glow over him.
Be unpacking the game, answering your questions, and sharing a few surprises as we move closer to our launch on February 2nd.
So let's just analyze the video now.
To support the game and its players post-launch with a huge
So
amount
I'm
of
wondering,
free
is this like a special takedown, like a Suicide Strike?
You're going to hear from different members of the Rocksteady team as we explore more of the game's story, the world of Metropolis, and the core gameplay experience.
The Suicide Squad. A fitting moniker.
Let's jump into it.
I wonder who's the voice of Brainiac. I'm interested to find out. And you know what I find funny? The likes are starting to rise, are starting to get closer and closer to the dislikes, and I feel like the likes are going to overtake the dislikes. But we need to go over. We need to go over this
Normally,
again.
when you make a game in a superhero universe, the protagonist is the best.
Okay, let's just pay attention to all the different details and such. Hold on, let me make sure I'm good. Yeah, they changed up the Suicide Squad on the PlayStation Store now. They changed it up. I'm gonna look at the stuff that they have. Matter of fact, hold on. Let me check out what they got. I took my Ethernet cable out of my PlayStation. Let me look up how it looks on the PlayStation Store real quick. Like, let me see how the regular version looks, and then let me see. Matter of fact, what am I doing? I could just pull it up on the internet here. Ooh, okay, so you got the regular version, and then you got the deluxe edition. What's the difference? Okay. Okay, so in the standard, you get the full game and classic outfits and rogue outfits, which is PS5 digital only. And then you get the deluxe edition, which gives you a 72-hour early access. Classic outfits, rogue outfits, PS5 digital only. Full game, Justice League. So, ooh. What? Black Mask? No, what is this? What's included in Deluxe? The full game, Justice League outfits, 3 Black Mask notorious weapons, Squad Gold's weapon dolls, 1 Battle Pass token, and no shade color swatches, digital only, and pre-order bonuses, 72-hour early access, classic outfits, rogue outfits, PS5 digital only. Battle Pass token redeemable for premium Battle Pass access. Seasons 1 through 4 Battle Passes subject to availability. 1 Battle Pass available per season. WB Games may modify or discontinue online services with readable notice at any time. Early access starting January 30th. 2024. Actual playtime depends on purchase date and is subject to possible outages and applicable time zone differences. We're going to need to see more details about the Battle Pass as a whole and see where we go from there, but this is what you get in the standard and deluxe editions. Justice League outfits, 3 Black Mask Notorious weapons, Squad Gold's weapon dolls, 1 Battle Pass token, no shade color swatches, and then 72-hour early access with the extra pre-order bonuses that goes with the deluxe. So that's interesting. That's interesting. I need to see more stuff, though. So let's go back to it.
Best person for the job.
Look at that! Now the likes are even with the dislikes. That's something. It means people are liking it more and more. Rocksteady, you did it. But let's just pay attention to this. How long have I been going for? This is going to be one of those where we just take our time, because I got nothing but time today. Let's just look at the city. So,
in a superhero,
I like the look. I like the look of certain parts of the city.
Universe, the protagonist is the best.
The fact that they have Justice League motifs over almost every building. Well, not every building, just between specific buildings. You got Batman in the background. I mean, who commissions that? Who says, I want a giant Batman cowl to be attached to the back of my building? For what purpose? I mean, I got the money. Can I not do it? Or another person that says, hey, I want to have the Flash literally running out of my building. Maybe referencing how he's able to vibrate his molecules fast enough so he can phase through things. But who commissions these things?
Best person for the job. The squad are definitely not the best people for this job. They're the only people available.
Hey, Suicide Squad! Fuck you!
So it gives the narrative and the gameplay a kind of frantic, slightly panicked feel.
I just realized what this is. I just realized what this section is. We're running from Batman. We're running from Batman. That's what this section is. We're running from Batman. I just realized what this is. I was just talking to people about, like, I really hope Batman don't chase us. He's hunting us in this section. That's the reason why it's dark, and that's the reason why it has red lights. Batman is hunting us. I don't want to be hunted by Batman. You want to know why? Because of what we did to the thugs in all the other Batman Arkham games. We hunted people down. We watched them going in and out of detective mode just to make sure we didn't lose track of them, because we don't have that Splinter Cell conviction level marking. But I don't want to be chased by Batman because I know what he can do. Because we did it. Now, we're running from
they
him.
are trying to figure this out as they go.
This
the
really
Arkham
is.
games.
We're gonna be running from Batman. I just said I don't want to run from him. I don't want him chasing me. I just said this yesterday. I was going off about how I'm scared about a good number of people from the Justice League, and we'll get into it later, but Batman chasing us is a mission. We ain't got no powers. We ain't got no guns. We ain't got no weapons of any kind or anything that could greatly help us. And we're just simply running from Batman, trying to get out of a building that he most likely done locked down so we can't get out. Why? Why do you hate me? No greater evil than one that you know. It's knowing what I know about the Batman of this game universe is the fact that if he gets us, we gonna get hurt. We gonna get hurt because we've hurt many people as Batman. From Arkham Asylum to Arkham City to even more in Arkham Knight. We're gonna get hurt if he catches us. I'm scared. I am scared. But let's continue.
weren't gritty because Rocksteady makes gritty, dark games. They were that way because that's...
Yeah, this is all we've known from the Batman games, just dark, gritty, because that's what Batman's all about. But now we're shifting away from that, which means that Rocksteady isn't a one-trick pony when it comes to themes for their video games, which is good because you can't be a one-trick pony and expect that stuff to last forever. Look at Infinity Ward. Literally just dropped the worst Call of Duty in known history for $70, requiring 219 gigs of space, or I think it's 213 gigs of space. So trust me, it's not good to be a one-trick pony. You got to keep things fresh.
That's what suits a Batman story.
Every game we approach that with a similar mindset of just like, how do we enhance that experience? How do we excite players in new ways?
For the studio to try something new and stretch our legs, so they shoot first with the high, powerful traversal elements, was coming out of our comfort zone somewhat.
I love the traversal, especially of King Shark. King Shark and Deadshot are going to be... King Shark and Deadshot are going to be the ones that I probably play the most, because Deadshot just screams to me, I need to be good with all my shots, or I'm doing the character a disservice, because he's called the man that never misses. If I'm missing way too many times as Deadshot, I don't deserve to play him. But you got King Shark, where it's like, I can finally live out my Hulk fantasies of running up to people, beating them down, and jumping high into the air, and then beating them up even more. Just Hulk smashing everywhere. This is what the Hulk should have been in Marvel's Avengers. This is what Marvel's Avengers should have been. A big open world. You get all these heroes, all this stuff happening in there, and the traversal is pristine. That's what it should have been. That's what it should have been. But no, we got 3 years of fluff. Maybe a little bit of a taste of quality, but then it never lasted too long, and then they announced, we are no longer going to be doing anything else. For 3 years, we dedicated to you, Avengers. Thank you. Good isn't a thing you are, it's a thing you do. And they didn't do good enough. So I'm happy that we're getting someone else who actually knows what they're doing. And they already have a game plan. That's just me. I'm just saying. Hey, Kyushu, can you school me? What is traversal? Traversal is basically the travel method of characters in video games. When I say traversal, think of Spider-Man swinging through the city, Batman using his gliding or the Batmobile. It's just methods of traveling. That's essentially what that means. Matter of fact, let's have a Webster dictionary moment. Definitions of traversal. That's vocabulary. The meaning of traversal is the act or an instance of traversing. Basically, just traveling. So when I talk about traversal, I talk about the methods in which you travel within a game. So when it comes to Spider-Man, Spider-Man has shown that you not only have web swinging, but you also have web wings, which essentially just gives us straight up flight, so there's no excuse why we can't get a Superman game. If Spider-Man can fly, Superman can. But traversal in a video game where you are given a wide open space should be tantamount to one of the most important things that you nail. And apparently they've already nailed it. We'll touch on it once we get to that part of the video. But when it comes to traversal in this game appears to be getting it right. It looks fun, it looks engaging, and it looks worth your time. I don't think I'm probably going to use a fast travel in this game simply because I want to know the ins and outs of traversing across Metropolis. I want to know, what can I do with King Shark's traversal? What can't I do? What can I do with Deadshot's jetpack? What can't I do? Let me test the limits of what I can do. And since there's like the gear system in the game where you can mod your traversal, it just makes me wonder, okay, how are you allowing us to have just regular traversal and then allowing us to mod it? Questions for later. Pretty sure they're going to touch on it on the next Insider.
first with the high, powerful traversal elements was coming out of our comfort zone somewhat, but we wanted to see what we could do to put an Arkham spin on the action shooter space.
Now get your damn gun out!
In true Rocksteady style, the cinematics are kind of the heart of our story. It's the most cinematics that we've ever done, and every one of them is
How did I miss King Shark walking over to Penguin and just grabbing him by his skull? How did I miss that? I was probably looking into the camera and talking to you guys at the time. How did I miss that?
kind of the heart of our story. It's the most cinematics that we've ever done, and every one of them is crafted to perfection.
We're not just trying to do what we did before. We're making something which fits the source material that we think will make for an interesting story, but will feel.
I love what he just said.
We're making something which fits.
Is crafted to perfection.
We're not just trying to do what we did before. We're making something which fits the source material that we think will make for an interesting story, but will.
I love how he said that. PlayStation Blog has a Suicide Squad post. Oh? Because I'll definitely look at it. Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. I'm definitely going to look at it. Where is... Ha-ha! Let's go! Okay, you know what? We'll come back to the video, but I want to read this post. November 15th, 2023. How Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League taps into PS5's immersive power. New Rocksteady Insider Video series shares new gameplay details, plus a rundown on unique PS5 features and pre-order details. Suit up, Task Force X! This will be a dramatic reading of this blog post. I hope you all are prepared. Our band of misfits will dive headfirst into Metropolis in Rocksteady Studios' most ambitious game yet, Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League. At Rocksteady, storytelling and character depth are core to our games. With Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League, we wanted to explore the world we started in the Batman Arkham series, but now through the villain's eyes, combined with chaotic, action-packed combat and traversal gameplay, which truly comes to life on PlayStation 5. You know my age. I was born in the 1900s. Ain't that something? If you were born in the 90s, you can say you were born in the 1900s. I know no one wants to do that because it kind of makes you feel old sometimes. And my birth date is March 23rd, 1992, making me a 30-year-old man. That ain't no secret. Y'all know my birthday. Okay, there's a trailer. Oh! Nope, we're gonna watch that on YouTube. Over the next few months, we'll be giving you a deeper look into the game with our new Suicide Squad Insider video series. In the first episode, you'll hear from several members of the Rocksteady team discussing the original story, dynamic open world, fast-paced gameplay, and more. At the heart of our game is an impossible mission, taking down the Justice League, and how the Suicide Squad reacts when given this do-or-die directive. But even when completing Adam Waller's most demanding objectives, you'll be able to stay right on track with PlayStation 5's activity cards. Our story takes place in a besieged Metropolis, under the ever-present gaze of Brainiac's Skull Ship. The expansive city of tomorrow is more than twice the size of Gotham in Batman Arkham Knight, and is full of missions, patrolling enemies, and secrets to discover as you progress through the campaign. Most importantly, we've designed Metropolis to be a playground for your traversal abilities. We've utilized PlayStation 5's SSD optimization to really push the boundaries of freedom when it comes to traversing around the city, so just getting around the environment is fast and intuitive. Good! With the deck stacked this heavily against them, the squad is going to have to gear up, which of course means stealing everything that isn't nailed to the floor. By making use of iconic DC tools and gadgets, our DC supervillains can move around the city at pace and bring the fight to Brainiac. Harley Quinn empowers her natural acrobatic prowess with Batman's grapple gun, which can be used on nearby rooftops to get vertical quickly. By grappling to the Bat Drone, the Mistress of Mayhem can swing in great looping arcs across the city. Once you master her traversal, you'll see why she's no one's sidekick anymore. Because the Joker's dead. Deadshot has Gizmo's jetpack to soar through Metropolis in style. This offers an unparalleled degree of precision to the Master Assassin. And with the DualSense controller's adaptive triggers, we make sure you feel every perfect shot. Captain Boomerang has swiped a prototype Speed Force gauntlet developed by Dr. Sivana. I said that very weirdly. Developed by Dr. Sivana, and he can use his boomerang to focus its abilities. Feel the raw power of slightly bent sticks with the DualSense controller's dynamic haptic feedback as you remind Brainiac's forces why you're Australia's premier marksman. For such a sophisticated being, King Shark has a remarkably direct approach to traversal. Nanaue unleashes his demigod strength to barrel through hordes of enemies, leap great distances, and come crashing to the ground in a wave of destruction. Gee, I wish someone else in another superhero video game actually took to that type of description! I'm sorry. Hear every desperate cry for help. Every sidewalk smashed to smithereens. I said that weird too. Every sidewalk smashed to smithereens, and every alien being turned into chum with PlayStation 5's 3D audio as King Shark leaves a trail of destruction in his wake. All of these traversal abilities were designed from the ground up to feel good both moving around Metropolis and in combat. Whether raining down a hailstorm of grenades while swinging from the bat drone, blasting your shotgun between Speed Force dashes, or taking out enemies while jetpacking through the skies, the gameplay always feels fluid, chaotic, and downright villainous. In future Suicide Squad Insider episodes, we'll give you a closer look at the frantic gameplay and combat in the game, along with the customization and upgrading you'll need to stand a chance against the Justice League. And then, of course, it talks about, like, all the stuff that you can get. Don't forget, you can pre-order the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League Standard or Deluxe Editions now on PlayStation 5, and receive 4 classic-themed Suicide Squad outfits, 1 for each squad member. If you pre-order the digital version on PlayStation 5, you'll also receive 4 Rogue outfits, and if you pre-order the Deluxe Edition, you can jump into the action on January 30th with 72-hour early access before the main release on February 2nd. See you in Metropolis. I felt that in my chest. Why do they always nerf the Hulk? You only nerf things when you lack creativity. Because the people who did Midnight Suns, they gave us an overpowered Hulk. But the Crystal Dynamics, when they gave us Hulk, they decided, you know what, we can't have the strongest one there is be the strongest at all. Literally, there's several people who are stronger than Hulk. Hulk is literally bottom tier for a lot of people. But, going back to this gameplay,
feel different.
To introduce you to our story, let's jump into an early part of the game.
Okay, the video's smoother because I brought it down from 1080
the director of
to
the government
720.
agency Argus sends the team
So now it's a lot
behind enemy
smoother
lines
for me to
into
enjoy.
Metropolis.
Harley Quinn, should you not be more cautious?
She ain't wired that way.
Oh, Deadshot.
Hidden in an underground train station, the team finds a secret elevator.
Until we figure out where the hell we are, let's play along with Waller.
Oh, is this a superhero museum? Hate superheroes. And museums.
I've seen it on TV. It's the Hall of Justice.
So let's rob the place!
Idiot.
Through these doors lies the inner sanctum of the Justice League. Sounds very grand, doesn't it?
Now, here's the thing that I was saying initially, but I never went further with it. That is not Susan Eisenberg. A lot of people were wondering if that was Susan Eisenberg, but clearly that is not her. And I don't know why IMDb listed her as the voice of Wonder Woman in this game, when that is clearly not Susan. Susan has that distinct tone to her voice that you can instantly recognize, and that is not her. But we don't even know who the voice of Diana is in this game either. So, you know, can't wait to see the rest of the cast. I know it'll happen. We'd like to see Icon come up and have his animated movie in game. Or something. Are you talking about Hulk or are you talking about someone in general?
And it is.
She's a dame who can almost make me listen to a boring PSA.
Don't touch anything that's gonna set off an alarm. I ain't fighting any supers for you.
I have read much about the Justice League, and still...
Okay, so I'm now noticing some of the quotes in the background. So as King Shark is walking, you see in the back, a quote from Batman is, "I have one power, I never give up." And given the past games, oh, Icon in DC Universe. Oh, okay. But Given what we know of Batman in the previous games, this dude's willpower is on a whole nother level. Icon, he's a black superhero. Oh, okay. All right. I immediately was starting to think of Mr. Terrific and Static. When are we going to see something from Static again? I would love to play a Static Shock game.
Still, they are larger than I expected.
So, Batman has a whole section in the Hall of Justice, which is just dedicated to Wayne Tech.
Those
For what purpose, though? Why you got like a whole showroom for Wayne Tech off to one side?
holograms
And why is Green Lantern the one who's showing it off? Why not Batman?
aren't actual size, Shark Man.
It's so true to the character.
And now we got another one for Flash. He's referring to Icon Milestone Comics, the same people who created... Oh, okay. I felt there was a reason why I said Static. Okay, thank you for updating me on that. And we got a quote from Flash. Even if your path isn't lit, trust that you'll find your way. Oh, this inspiration.
Is that they're in Hall of Justice, and the first thing they think is, what can we steal?
Okay, so let's go over everything. So we see the items for Condiment King. I'm still wondering, how did they get Nightwing's Eskrima sticks? These are the weapons of Nightwing. How did they get them? We got the blood of Man-Bat, the gauntlet and fear toxin of Scarecrow, the handkerchief of Polka Dot Man, literal vine rose from Poison Ivy, and all these other things as well.
Hey, man, watch the...
Ah, shit!
glass.
I'm okay.
What the hell you got there?
Thought this baby was a myth. Speed Force Gauntlet. Back when Doc Savannah tried to lift Flash's gimmick.
One thing I find humorous about this scene is the fact that Boomerang is a child. He's just running in the back. Which is exactly what I would be doing. I get super speed, I'm going to be running all over the place. And that's exactly what Boomer's doing. Boomer is all of us. Can we just say that? Because you can't tell. Is he Irish? No, Australian. He's Australian.
Miss you, Red.
Ah, shit! I'm still okay!
Baby!
You found the Riddler's hat of invisibility!
Where'd the shark go?
Children.
Ooh, nothing says international assassin like a frickin' jetpack.
Shit. I'd break my damn neck.
You're probably right. Jetpacks seem more like a Deathstroke thing anyway.
Oh, I just now realized. She provoked him into using it because he... Yo! Okay, we got a bit of a rivalry here. He doesn't like being compared to Deathstroke. I didn't notice that. I was too busy talking. About how this was Gizmo's jetpack and that's how he got it. I didn't even notice how she referenced Deathstroke there. So like, a jetpack is probably Deathstroke's thing anyway. Say less, I'ma put it on.
Packs seem more like a Deathstroke thing anyway.
That's that ego, stroking that ego, is immediately agitating the egos. I'm like, Deathstroke would probably use it.
Mine.
So when it's not in use, it just sticks to the side of a wall? That's interesting. Now here's the thing. This may seem like an awkward thing to witness, but you Think about it. You ever get a jetpack, you never used it before, how you gonna act? You ain't just gonna automatically get used to it. This ain't ODM training on Attack on Titan where you just immediately adjust yourself. You ain't Mikasa Ackerman where you just immediately get it right on the first try. You gonna awkwardly be floating around and trying to get it right. Even Iron Man didn't even get it right. Deathstroke, aka Slade. Ozzy, when I tell you I enjoy watching Ron Perlman's performance as Slade from Teen Titans, he's by far one of the greatest picks for DC animated DC villain that I've ever seen. Like, the dude, everything he says is just pristine. Slade was our Thanos before we got Thanos. That's how big of a threat he was. But when it comes to awkward jetpack use, I mean, even Iron Man didn't get it right on the first try, and he was awkward with it at first. He just didn't have people looking at him. So him trying to get used to it very awkwardly.
That, hat.
Wow, family bought me lunch. You missed the old Teen Titans before what they have out now? Feel intense when you first seen Slade in first Teen Titans animated? Look, just hearing him speak, words are like, Cinderblock. Your mission was a success. Good. We will now begin with phase 2. Wake him. And I feel like one of the greatest moments for Slade was when he was serving Trigon during those series of episodes where literally the end of the world happened. And he was speaking to Raven. He was just spitting. He was going, did you think you would have your birthday and it would just go all away? It is going to happen. And no matter what you wish, no matter where you go, no matter how you squirm, there is nothing you can do to stop it. And he was so cold. He was just so cold talking to Raven when it was her 16th birthday. It was like, this dude is amazing. Ron Perlman is amazing. But my family got me lunch here as well. So let's continue on so that way I can eat it.
It's not gonna get you vertical, Shark.
I can make my own way up.
I like the detail that his tattoos glow. I like the detail, because it's like, everyone's got their own little gimmick. With King Shark, his tattoos light up, showing that he's using his shark demigod powers. I know it's a small detail, but I like it. Batman Arkham video channel has a pic of the deluxe edition.
Stupid sharks can fly.
They do? Hold on, let me find it. Video of the deluxe edition. Do you mean like the pre-order suits? Because we already watched that. Yeah, we already watched that. I don't see anything. Let's keep going.
All right. New toys, load of guns. Let's get up on that roof.
I just like the fact that King Shark kept the hat with him. Jetpacks on his arms. Yeah, I remember we're saying. I remember the assumptions that people made for this game about like, King Shark, when he's leaping and everything, he's got jetpacks on his arms. Like, it was really weird, what people were assuming was going on with King Shark, even though a lot of us could clearly see what was going on. He's just the superhuman person of the group, so he doesn't need no extra gimmicks. He is the gimmick. He is the traversal tool. So, what people... Oh, on the community tab. Oh, okay. Okay, we get to see what Deluxe looks like. Oh, so that's what that skin is. That white, that black and white, well, that white and black skin for the guns is the Black Mask Notorious weapon skin. And then we have no shade color swatches. So does that mean that the characters are just black and white? Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So, wait a minute. So, Boomerang is dressed up like the Flash, but he's got like a duster on. King Shark, basically Superman, but his clothes are tattered. Quinn, basically Wonder Woman. Deadshot looks really dangerously close to Red Hood. Like, if Red Hood decided to put Batman ears on top of his helmet, that almost gives me like a Jason Todd feel from the view of it. That's interesting. That's very interesting. Okay, I'm gonna find a more high quality picture of it later, and then look at it and go over it, but let's get back to this.
Characters who don't typically traverse the way they do in our game. But that's the beauty of our storytelling. We've managed to take these unique abilities and make that an extension of their personalities. The beauty of our we're taking these iconic characters who don't typically traverse the way they do in our game. But that's the beauty of our storytelling. We've managed to take these unique abilities and make that an extension of their personalities.
We need more charge jumps in video games. Boomer's just running up walls. Quinn is just using grapple. Deadshot is flying.
We love working with
Wait, what was that? Is that to signify how many people are helping open the door? Okay, Deadshot, Boomerang, Quinn, and King Shark. So in order for, oh, I get it. It's one of those moments where in order for this door to open, you need everyone there to open it. So you can either have all four there or just the one person. Contextual door opening. That's what I'm seeing.
We loved working with Gotham and making that a world for players to experience, and we wanted to do that with a new location.
Good to get out of that place.
I love how Boomerang is the last one to really pay attention to the fact that there's a giant tendril going across the sky. Everyone's looking at it, and Boomerang's all like, I'm so glad to be out of there. Oh, you've gotta be kidding me! Waller, what is this thing? What are we supposed to be doing here? Why are we in Metropolis? What's our objective, Waller? What is this thing just floating up in the sky?
We felt that Metropolis was the natural next step to extend that. And what better way to introduce it than through an invasion from Brainiac
I like the design.
No Justice League to save them.
I like the aesthetic. I like the design and the aesthetic.
Just checking. We're all seeing that thing, right?
The entire game is about fighting behind enemy lines.
Oi, Waller, what the hell have you sent us into? It's a bloody war zone out here. There's a giant skull in the sky.
Congratulations, Task Force X. You're the first assets to make it into Metropolis alive. We're sending a signal transponder to your location.
So you're essentially in Brainiac's backyard.
Your orders are to activate that transponder.
I already like the traversal.
What the hell are those things?
I mean, there's no civilians left. Brainiac's killed them or made them into soldiers to do his bidding. And through this corruption, the people of Metropolis have become extensions of Brainiac.
Now, let me come back here. This moment where Quinn is taking him out, I love how you can juggle melee into gunplay. Like, knock someone in the air and then just pap, 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 pap. That is... It reminds me of how John did it in John Wick when that person got hit by a car and he just filled them full of holes on the way down. We don't get that many games that lets you chain melee to gunplay quite like that. We don't get many of them. There are some, but you don't get many games where combat is juggled that way.
Brainiac's killed them or made them into soldiers.
Yeah, just knock them in the air.
To do his bidding.
And more shots just keeps them up airborne. I wonder if there's going to be like a trophy that requires you to keep an enemy airborne for an extended period of time. Just by juggles.
And through this corruption, the people of Metropolis have become extensions of Brainiac.
Hey guys! Thinking I shouldn't ate that extra takoyaki put in my lunch!
What the player knows from our title and what the Suicide Squad is about to find out is that here, the Justice League are the bad guys. They've been corrupted by Brainiac, and over the course of the game, your mission will be to kill them.
So, I'm concerned about fighting this man. I'm concerned about fighting Green Lantern. Simply because this man is by far the strongest out of them. Like, Hal Jordan, yeah, he's strong, but John Stewart is on a whole nother level. And I brought this up yesterday during my stream for the Arkham episode, is that John Stewart currently is in a state where his body has ascended far beyond that of a normal human being. He's essentially ascended into godhood at this point. So, his capabilities are... that they go beyond a Green Lantern. He's a living power battery. He never has to recharge his ring. And matter of fact, I don't even think he needs the ring. I think he is a Green Lantern ring. He can do anything. This dude has like an insurmountable amount of power. And like I said yesterday, I forget what his name is, but someone said that John's power is just going to keep growing and he'll keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger. I really hope that that's not the Green Lantern we are, this Green Lantern is not at that level, because if it is, then we don't need to worry about Superman killing us or anyone else killing us. It'll be him, because he's just that powerful now. So I'm kind of concerned, but I'm also equally concerned about, like, base level Green Lantern. These are heroes who have no problem with killing now, because they're being controlled by Brainiac. This is also an ex-Marine, who was also a sniper, who makes constructs that are built piece by piece. So they all have functioning parts. So we got an ex-Marine in control of one of the most powerful weapons in the DC universe coming after us. Let that sink in.
Green Lantern! Nice! Hey, your face always looks so... what?
Harley doesn't have any innate superpowers, so to go up against these beings that have incredible strength, it's a challenge.
I'm in the middle of a recon for Brainiac. Let's walk and talk.
You're talking about, you know, the all-star team of superheroes here.
I want you to see this. Pay attention, Floyd.
And you can see a civilian being turned into a soldier. I knew those squid things would create new soldiers. I knew they would.
There's no going back. Outstanding.
When you face off against the most iconic characters in all of superhero-dom in the Justice League, it's by many people's definition an impossible task.
You're searching for stragglers, augmenting Brainiac's army. The Shard gets it.
The stakes that Rocksteady sets, the challenges they heap upon you as a player.
Time to rally up with Brainiac. Ready to make the leap?
You know immediately, like, this is the tallest task I will ever take on in a video game.
Flash! Brainiac wondered how you got off the ship.
So, when we get grabbed by Green Lantern, this is Flash before he gets turned. So actually, he's fine before we get to this point. How they get him? That's a question. Now, mind you, GL just said that he was on Brainiac's ship before, so they got him, but he escaped. So my question is, how long will it be before he gets got again, and then he starts to threaten to break our fingers before stealing our smartphone? Yeah.
Speedster secret. The League doesn't leave anyone behind. Let's make you right, buddy.
You know, that's just what I was gonna say.
You're gonna be fighting the Justice League.
Hey, Metropolis! There's nothing more high stakes than the boss battles we have in this game.
These are gods like Green Lantern, Batman, Superman, The Flash.
So, what's the plan?
At that point, the game really opens up. We start to see players look at their weaponry and really ask the question of, like, how am I gonna kill the Justice League?
Yeah, look looking forward to killing the Justice League and all, but, well, you know, these guns are a bit shit. No offense.
Then head northwest. That's the last known of a Gotham arms dealer who's dug into Metropolis. Oswald Cobblepot.
The freaking Penguin?
You want to last more than 10 seconds against the League? Cobblepot's been running anti-meta weapons for years. I want him recruited and brought back to the Hall of Justice.
So, this is the answer to how we're going to take down some of the most powerful beings in DC and some of the most OP beings in DC. Penguin has been in charge of anti-meta weapons. Weapons specifically meant to fight the League. Interesting. So that answers that question. Penguin is to blame for us being able to take on the Justice League. Now, how effective that's going to be is anyone's guess, because pretty much all of them know how to dodge bullets, including Batman. He's very good at that.
Oh, I'm gonna recruit the shit
And he doesn't have powers.
out of him.
Justice.
Oh, I'm gonna recruit the shit out of him.
Since Batman Arkham Knight, the Penguin is no longer confined to Gotham City. He's made a name for himself in Metropolis as the authority on anti-meta human weapons. Now, Waller wants the squad to recruit him for Argus.
I see you've already stolen.
Look at this. You're already on top of this big old giant massive building, and then you have all that space down there.
And traversal equipment. You'll need it to stay off the streets. Setting a new recon point. Go.
At the heart of each character's playstyle is their traversal. Traversal gives the player total freedom. Every character has their own way of getting around that determines how the player moves through this world.
Don't like to boast, but how great was I?
Yeah, Boomerang's gonna be fun.
Way of getting around.
So it looks like if you throw his boomerang towards the ground, you get a short burst of super speed, which you can then chain into another jump that can turn into another teleport that can then be changed into double jumps, which can then be changed into another slide into another teleport. The fact that you can mix all these. They really thought of the different ways you're going to be using traversal. You can combo them into different types of traversal, from ground to wall to teleport to double jump to slide to teleport again. You can mix and match. I wonder, there's combinations to how you can traverse just for one character.
Hero character is fundamentally it's a power fantasy for all players. We wanted movement through the city to be fun.
Air dashes for King Shark.
Moving around in Metropolis is a good time.
Metropolis is quite a normal city. Well, as normal as a city can be in the DC universe.
Deadshot just
We
has
spent a
straight
lot
up
of time
jetpacks.
trying to get that art direction
Just
correct,
flying
trying to get
around.
the feel for it correct. You get to see all the kind of DC lore that fills this space.
Let me do the talking with Penguin, okay?
Not just a building, it's a daily planet. You know, there's a lot we can inject into the city that makes it more than just a city.
Penguin is not truly a penguin. Yeah, mate. And I'm not a boomerang.
It is known for its size, its scale. Anything from the DC lore, you look at Metropolis as the city of tomorrow.
When did Penguin get out anyway?
Out. He was barely in. Money talks, creeps walk, you know?
I hear that.
It's just a great way for players to experience Metropolis in a new way.
I'm just looking at the traversal and it just looks so much fun to mess with.
G'day, Pengo. Remember me?
No. Ain't this a right rogues gallery? Who's the big bleeder? Think his cousin used to work for me.
Ooh, which one? Busting him out of a circus. We're getting the hell out of the city before Argus finds us. You in?
Is Penguin referencing the giant shark that was in the Iceberg Lounge from Arkham Knight? Is he referencing the giant great white shark in that stage? Did I say Arkham Knight? I meant to say Arkham City. I meant to say Arkham City.
But we are working for Argus.
You bloody what?
Real slick, Shark.
Good talk. Nice catching up. Give my regards to the locals.
Traversal is at the very core of our game. You will need to...
I love how he says traversal is at the very core of the game. Was that Barry or Wally? That is Barry. That is Barry, because in one of the trailers, when Boomerang is making fun of Flash before he runs up on him, he says like, "So let me tell you something, Barry. Oh, let me tell you something, Barry." He doesn't say Wally, he says Barry. So it's Barry Allen.
To be on the move and master each character's movements if you want to succeed. Wally's grapple is made to let her take advantage of the environment to quickly get out of troublesome situations. Or she can use it to quickly close the distance to introduce...
See, this right here, you don't see in a whole bunch of games where you can get a grapple and get to a point. And that's mainly what you see. But you don't see a lot of people getting a grapple and swinging around and shooting. I think the last time we had something like that was Uncharted 4, and I think Fortnite when it had the Spider-Man grapples. I could be wrong, but I think Uncharted 4 was like the last game that really took that to heart and had that as a mechanic.
Them to her baseball bat. Swinging from the background lets her circumvent the trooper's shields and flank them. It can also let her catapult herself.
Ooh, okay, that was a nice shot.
It can also let her catapult.
So there's wall splats. You can actually knock people into walls, and there's actual animations for it. It's not like they get into a wall and they're still in the fallen animation and their bodies just awkwardly fall to the ground in like a static position. No, you can actually hit people in walls. So that's a nice detail.
Herself into the air to shoot the corrupted from above. Now that you've seen some of Harley's combat in this scene, let's explore the rest of the squad's unique playstyles in other encounters. Captain Boomerang uses a mix between sniper rifles, SMGs, and shotguns.
Okay, so Boomer uses sniper rifles, SMGs, and shotguns. So it appears that, that he says he specializes in it. So are we going to be getting skills specific around the weapons that the squad uses? Or is it just going to be, you know, universal perks where it's not like it's forcing you to use one thing? I don't think it matters. I still want to see the skill tree. I would very much like to see it, so that way I can get a better feel of how we are going to make them stronger. But I know this is like the first episode that we're getting of it. I'm just analyzing it for right now. Sorry, I'm getting messages. The way they shoot gives you a Halo vibe to a degree. Sorry, off topic. Do you know there's a Madam Web? Yeah. Gotta head out, gotta finish dinner. Catch you in the next one. Yeah, Kitty, yeah, it was great having you here. I'm not going to spend too much time on it much longer. I'm just going to go towards the end of it, say my piece, and then, you know, call it a session because I got food here. But the more I look at this game, the more appealing it looks to me. I mean, it already did, but this just cements my idea of my thoughts of playing this game full-fledged, because now it grows as I look at this.
Kraken!
Each character has an iconic melee attack.
And when me and Godjiel start talking about it, it's probably going to enhance it even further.
To create what we call juggle kills, and also break enemies' shields. Juggling an enemy with a melee attack means they take guaranteed critical hits from all guns for a short period after.
Yep, right there. What he just said, juggling an enemy makes them take more damage from your guns. So melee is encouraged if you want to get the maximum damage output when you're shooting them.
Shoot enemies in their legs, and then close the distance to do a shield harvesting strike to get some shield back.
Wait, there are specific locations you can hit an enemy in the body to cause different effects, like shooting them in the legs makes them shoot locations on enemies. I didn't notice that. I didn't know.
Enemies in their legs, and then close the distance to do a shield harvesting strike to get some shield back. Let's shift focus to King Shark.
Cause to celebrate!
King Shark is literally death from above, which he gladly shows with his Atlantean drop attack.
And that's a big...
He's the character that can take the most punishment. Heavy weapons, assault rifles and shotguns, and his trusted cleavers, sickles, and combat knives for some brawling action. For the bigger enemies, each character gets a super powerful single target attack. the Suicide Strike. This one-shots any enemy hit, but it takes longer to recharge, so it's important to use it tactically. Finally, Deadshot.
See, you're low.
Charge. The Suicide Strike. This one-shots any enemy hit, but it takes longer to recharge, so it's important to use it tactically.
Okay, so now you know the let me see. Hey, yo, what reminds you of the Godfather and Scarface game, shooting enemies in different spots? Yeah. There's actual reasons to hit enemies in different spots on their body. But the Suicide Strike, now we know that it's a straight up one-hit kill, but it takes longer to recharge. Now, the thing that makes me curious is it something we can reduce the cooldown on with certain skills or abilities? Or is it... Well, I highly doubt it's going to be like Gotham Knights where it's set on a timer with no way to decrease it over time, because let's just face it, that was a dumb idea that WB Montreal pulled out of their behind. That's a dumb idea. Why would you lock your special ability, like your ultimate ability, behind a timer? Not behind like, oh, beat up these amount of enemies or build up the meter in order to unleash that special move. No, it's behind a 7-minute timer, which means that you are 7 minutes without an ultimate that could very much help you within a fight in Gotham Knights, mind you. Luckily, Gotham Knights has nothing to do with the Arkham series, thank God, but that whole concept is dumb. I wonder if you can get skills that can decrease the cooldown for your Suicide Strike so you can use it more often. If they do have that, that would be good, because that will encourage people to use abilities that can get their cooldown faster so they can use their Suicide Strikes faster and more often.
Finally, Deadshot.
See, you're low caliber, and I'm high caliber.
His traversal is made to let him create his own vantage points. This works great with his weapon loadout, sniper rifles, assault rifles, and pistols. For more up-close action, Deadshot relies on his iconic wrist cannons. One thing we really wanted to bring into this game was a reimagined version of the wrist cannons. One thing we really wanted to bring into this game was a reimagined version of the Arkham counter system, and mix that with our traversal and shooter gameplay. Introducing Counter Shot. Each enemy has a different reaction to the counter shot. Some will be stunned, some will take damage, some will be interrupted and then get really annoyed. Now let's take a look.
Hold on. Let's hear that again.
Counter system.
Oh right, this is the counter system that I was just like that I was going insane over. Hold on.
What we really wanted to bring into this game was a reimagined version of the Arkham counter system.
Okay, a reimagined version of the counter system. So the counters makes a return, but for guns. The counter system was already phenomenal in the Batman games, to the point where we want that in any other game that tries to replicate it. But now we're getting gun counters. Gun counters. What game does that? Gun counters?
Mix that with our traversal and shooter gameplay. Introducing Counter Shot. Each enemy has a different reaction to the counter shot. Some will be stunned, some will take damage, some will be interrupted and then get really annoyed. Now let's take a look at Harley absolutely demolish Brainiac's forces with all these tools.
My show's all knock 'em dead material.
Now, mind you, this is one of the devs playing. I can only imagine how it would feel for us to get into it, and we're playing
have a job for you.
The montages.
Tell him, Quinn.
You're making guns for us now, Bird Brain.
Thanks for joining us for episode 1 of Suicide Squad Insider.
What? I already started, so I followed through.
In the months leading up to our launch from February 2nd, 2024, we're looking forward to sharing more details and insights about Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. In our next episode, we'll be deep diving into more gameplay, combat mechanics, and how to take the fight to the enemy in your own unique style.
I want to show you what happens next. Let's call it a sneak preview.
We really want players to feel like they explored all these characters that we bring to life in this DC universe.
I'm going to enjoy this.
You're starting with characters who aren't very powerful, and through the story, you're learning how to use their skills and become powerful.
We really wanted to deep dive into the RPG system.
You have your enhanced traversal, you have gunplay, you have weapons, there are upgrades.
I'm wondering what that special effect is. The one with the black skull over it. Does that have any
unique
Wait a minute.
Enhanced traversal, you have gunplay, you have weapons.
Okay, so a skull's over them, and then the enemy gets doused in fire. Is this El Diablo? Is this pattern off of El Diablo? Like your boy who could just, like your villain dude that can use fire, you know, from the Suicide Squad movie, him? Because he's a character. Is that pattern off of him? It's just a big old explosion of fire.
There are upgrades and unique talents. And all of that stuff fusing together to create this kind of unique experience.
Together, we are unstoppable. Join me.
Are you kidding?
Tombstone.
Yep, I like the classic outfits. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, I've been at this for how many hours? It's about to be 2 hours of me talking about this. And I just want to say, also, have you guys seen? Yeah, I was wearing a Flash shirt this whole time. Very appropriate for what we were watching. I have to say, it looks even more promising than it did before. And what I also find great is how, like, what normally would have been like horrible dislikes at the beginning, because, you know, people have already made up their minds about it. Yeah, there's more people liking it than there are people disliking it. And that goes for like the pre-order trailer as well. There's more people liking it than there are people disliking it. Because now that they've seen more, they've seen less reasons to hate it. Now, I will once again bring up the concerns of the always online aspect. I don't know if they're going to remove that or what they're going to do to change that. I know it's a concern because it's on everyone's mind, including my own, because I want to be able to just continuously play Kill the Justice League, even after they stop doing stuff for the game, which, like they said, it's going to be a minute before they do that. But that's pretty much the only thing that I have concern-wise. I'm not concerned about the gameplay because it looks fun. And the next video we get for the Insider, we'll be talking even more about gameplay, combat mechanics, and how to customize how you fight, which is good. You gave us a whole heaping helping of gameplay. The next video will be even more. That's good. That's the marketing. And I'm happy for it. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know how long it's going to be before we get more info for it. But what we got right now, I can mess with it. I can chill with it. There's so many things I can just glean from this 120-minute video that can keep me for a nice long while. But I'm done, ladies and gentlemen. Major Sandevisson cooldown more faster than the special skills in Gotham Knights. Ain't that something? Ain't that messed up? No game should ever have like a special skill locked behind a timer. That's for an MMORPG, not a console game where you can only play as 2 characters and it's not an MMO. No game should have your ultimate skill locked behind a timer. That's just dumb to me, but I'm not going to harp on Gotham Knights any more than I already have. Overall, from what I've seen, very promising, and I can't wait to play. I can't wait for the next video. So let's keep our eyes and ears out for more information for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I'm done. I'm going to go ahead and eat my food before I handle some other business, including, you know, securing my pre-order for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League for myself. And, yeah, tomorrow we will be picking up with more Batman Arkham Knight as I finally play through the Season of Infamy, because I haven't played it ever since it came out. It's been several years, so I kind of want to get into that. But to everyone right here, right now, whether you're a regular on this channel or you just showed up for the very first time simply because I had this stream up and I'm talking about Suicide Squad, all I can say to you is I really do hope you enjoyed. CDs, thank you for becoming a member. I really appreciate it. It just means I'm doing something right if that sort of thing is happening for me. I'm just overjoyed. But I'm done, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you guys in the next thing I do. Hope you all enjoyed. Can't wait to see you all in my next video. like, comment, and subscribe because I am always looking forward to entertaining you. So have a fantastic day, and once again, as always, later, peoples! I really hope I have the right outro scene ready. Yeah, I do!